Welcome to another VeVe Digital Collectibles video. I'm Corey, and today I'm joined by COO and co-founder Dan Crothers. Dan, how you doing today?
Very good, thanks. Hi to everybody.
Well, Dan, the last time I had you on, we were talking about the VeVeVerse mobile experience. And I believe you have some updates to share with us today. Why don't you talk me through what's happened since the last time we talked and got to share with the community?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's been a couple of weeks now that since we did the last video where we showed the VeVeVerse mobile app, but I was really pleased to see that we got a lot of positive feedback about that. But really today, I just want to give everybody a bit of an update, in terms of transparency, just so everybody knows, where we're at with it and not kind of left in the dark. So, April has been a bit of a busy month on the development side of things. We've had new features roll out like comic sets, and there's a couple of other things which I won't mention that are coming out. So I've had to sort of do a bit of juggling with the development side of things to get to get what I need done on the VeVeVerse.
It's true, Dan. A lot of things have changed in really short order. I'm seeing a flurry of updates coming out across the board from all kinds of different teams. But for the VeVeVerse mobile experience specifically, what's been going on with that?
So even though the devs had been busy on these other features, we have absolutely been continuing to roll out and work on the VeVeVerse mobile app. As you guys saw from the video last time, most of the functionality is all done. You can walk around spaces, you can load spaces. I mean, people who are using the desktop version will see the comparisons between the two platforms. But really the main focus that we've been working on over the past couple of weeks is really around the performance and optimization. As you probably know, Corey, and some of the people watching, like the quality of our assets has increased more and more when now you can, like, if you zoom in, you can see the pores on Rogue's cheek, or the lines on Gambit's face. So it's really making sure that we're doing what we can to retain that quality, but also be able to make that run smoothly on mobile, because obviously the desktop device, no problem at all. That's very, very straightforward. So yeah, just to give everybody a bit of an update, and sorry for the people who are non-technical and don't really care about this, but the main things that we've been working on within the app is things like large space detection. So for example, if you've created a space on desktop and it's got 2,000 objects in it, it's not going to run on mobile. Because this, I can call Tim Cook and say, hey, we need your devices to be more powerful, but it's probably not going to happen. So things like a large space detector, if you try to enter a space that is too big for your mobile, it will actually give you an alert saying that it's too big to load. And then also in vice versa, if you are starting to build out a space and then you're starting to get adding more and more objects, and that space is getting too big for what we would consider plausible on a mobile, you're going to start getting alerts to say, hey, if you keep adding objects, you might see some of the performance, some performance issues. And what we're doing to combat that side of it is a couple of things. So we have set up, those people who use the VeVeVerse, they will know that you can change your render quality settings. So we've actually built in like an automated system to raise or lower your render quality as you're starting to move around the VeVeVerse mobile app, just to make sure that the performance doesn't become laggy. And then in addition to that, there's been work going into the actual models and assets themselves. So we have a thing called LOD, which is level of detail, which means that if you've got an object that's 100 meters over that way in the virtual world, you don't need to see the pores, you don't need to see all of the details. So it's sort of a scaled down version of that. We have had this in place for a while, but we're taking it to the next step, just to really make sure we keep that, again, making that really big focus on quality. So we're definitely getting there. Really just want to make sure that the community understand that it's not just forgotten and dead. Like, these are the things that we're working on to deliver this experience to you.
Absolutely. And as you guys dive deeper into that and you discover new ways to optimize and make that performance better.
Yes.
Thing that we talked about in the last video is your intention initially was not to really have a beta, but just release it, and that would be the beta. And we would you would use the feedback that we get from people that are actively using it to optimize it. Is that still the plan, or have you sort of changed how you want to approach this?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, actually, Corey. I mean, as we move further down, and I think I mentioned in the last video, that this mobile build there's a lot of new stuff in it. Unlike the desktop, which, we had been working on for many, many months, some might say years. So that was very, very stable when it came out. We've seen very little sort of performance issues or anything like that. So it's with the mobile app, this was some of the stuff that I'm seeing. We're probably going to roll that out to a beta group first. And then really just wait for them to get feedback, make sure the performance and the optimization is running well, because I want to make sure when it rolls out that it is going to be a good experience for you guys, like not laggy or crashing or whatever because there's some kind of memory leak somewhere.
Of course. And, the whole point of VeVe is to be the place where the world collects. And that means a lot of different devices from a lot of different places, all needing to be able to use the VeVeVerse mobile experience. So, a beta experience makes a lot of sense. With that said, keep your eyes on our socials, keep your eye on our blog page. More information will be passed over time. And Dan, you'll be doing these updates with us a little more regularly. We don't want to put a timestamp on it, but we can expect this.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm here today. I really just want to make sure everybody is kept up to date. So you're not kind of in the dark. We haven't forgotten about the app or you guys or whatever. And then you'll probably be seeing me on a few more community-based VeVeVerse shows and channels as well. I'm really, really looking forward to engaging with these amazing content creators. Like when I was building my stuff out, I'm like, yeah, man, Dan, your stuff looks pretty cool. Now I realize I'm a total amateur.
It's wild. It's been a lot of fun just to see the creativity and the passion and just I think you said it in the last video, like some of these people should have been architects or something, because they're not just designing spaces, they're designing like full-on works of art.
Yeah. So it's very amazing.
Well, awesome. With that, we'll wrap this video up. Until the next one, everyone out there, happy collecting, and stay tuned to our socials, like we said, for more updates on the ever-evolving VeVeVerse and VeVeVerse mobile experience.